So we're gonna start with the first news story. So let me get into it. So this one's gonna be about the Gotham City Awards, and I just wanted to talk about Gotham City, but Gotham Awards, not Gotham City. I'm thinking Batman. Um, yes, this is coming from IndieWire, a site that I don't use often, but they have some really good news articles that are about more smaller films and things like that. Definitely check out their best films of 2023 list that they dropped. They have a lot of films that I haven't gotten to check on them as well. But the Gotham Awards, if you're wondering what it's about, traditionally marks the unofficial beginning of Oscar season. We're in Oscar season, baby. A lot of buzz is going around for a lot of films, and the Gotham Awards is going to be starting that momentum, because that's what's big when it comes to Oscar season, the momentum you get as you go. Giving the best and brightest of the independent film community the chance to descend upon New York City to celebrate the year's best works. And while the ceremony once again kicks off the awards calendar with its Monday after Thanksgiving slot, new changes to the eligibility rules means that a wider range of films we are allowed to compete this year. That's what's really interesting. They're changing what they see as, worthy for independent film. They used to have a 35 million cap. So if you made more than $35 million, you could be eligible to be nominated for an award, but they have removed that cap. So now they let any film be able to get into this based on whatever budget they have. In the past, only films that cost 35 million or less were eligible for the awards, which inevitably shut out some of the biggest Oscar contenders in order to highlight smaller films. But that cap was eliminated in 2023, allowing major productions such as Barbie and Ferrari to get into the action. A total of 20 films, 11 series, and 30 performances were nominated for this year's awards. And down low, we're going to have the list of winners, and we're going to break down the winners and things like that, and who I would have picked personally based on the films and shows that I've personally seen. So I want to scroll to the bottom real quick and head to my way to the top. So to start off this list for the Gotham Awards, breakthrough television under 40 minutes. So if your show was an hour long, there's no there's no way you're gonna get on this list. They're like 40 minutes or less. They really, 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 really want to limit that bad boy. So Swarm was the show I really, really liked on Amazon Prime Video. Definitely saw that. What a great show. Definitely deserves the nomination. It was thrilling throughout. Rain Dogs, I've never actually heard of, but definitely want to go check that out now. I'm a Virgo, I've heard of, and it's been on my watch list for a long time. High School's another show I've never heard of, but now it will be on my watch list. But the winner was Beef from Netflix, which is a show that I thought was absolutely great, starring Steve Yeun, Ali Wong, and a couple other people in it. But it's such a great show on Netflix. If you have not checked out Beef on Netflix, definitely go and check that show out. It definitely deserves this win here because it's such a phenomenal show, and that's what Netflix strengths are: TV shows. Their movies are but the shows is the creme de la creme. Moving up is breakthrough television over 40 minutes. So they separated it. And I think that's fair. Sometimes it's not the shows that are an hour longer have bigger budget and things like that. So it makes more sense to have those separated. So this is a show that I kept hearing about. Anne's Right Interview with the Vampire. If you are a follower of the Spoiler Kings, they talk about that show a lot and say how great it is and how it's better than the movie. And it's getting a second season, I believe. Dead Ringers, which is a show that's been on my list that I wanted to watch, with Rachel Weisz, where she plays like a twin. And I think one is a bad, one is a good guy. I'm not 100% sure. I definitely want to check it out because Rachel Weisz is a great actress. The English I haven't actually heard about. Telemarketers I haven't heard about. And the winner, Small Light, I actually haven't heard about. So this has put me onto a lot of television shows that are over 40 minutes that I need to go check out from this year. But The Last of Us is a show that I really, really liked, and I'm glad that it got on here because it is a more prestige show, even though it deals with zombies. But A Small Light is the winner for the breakthrough television over 40 minutes. So if you are a fan of that show, if you heard of it before, let me know. It's something that I should watch. And then this is outstanding performance in a new series. Jacob Anderson and Anne Rice Interview with the Vampire. That also got nominated as well. The show. Dominique Fishback in Swarm. She was phenomenal in that show. She did such a great job playing a crazy person. Jarrell Jerome, who I've heard of a lot in I'm a Virgo. I seen his performance in trailers and clips. Seemed like it was really good. Natasha Lyonne in Poker Face. Poker Face is one of my favorite shows from this year. Natasha Lyonne, you know, she kind of plays the same character all the time, but this was the best version of that. Bell Powley, A Small Light. This is the one that won breakthrough television over 40 minutes. So he got nominated, but didn't win for the performance. Bella Ramsey for The Last of Us. She was great as Ellie. I'm surprised both Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal didn't get nominated, but if any of the two was going to, I think Bella Ramsey deserved it more. I think she just had more to do in the show in terms of dynamic range. Chaske, hopefully I'm saying that properly. Spencer from The English, another show that was nominated. Rachel Weisz in Dead Ringer. I was talking about how great she is. Stephen Yeun and Ali Wong got nominated for Beef, and Ali Wong won. That's awesome. Ali Wong was phenomenal. I think this was a breakout role for her. She's been around for a long time. She's a great comedian on stage, but I think she did really show she could be a very serious actor in this show. So I'm really excited for Ali Wong, and hopefully this builds momentum for her for the Emmys and all the other television show award shows that are coming. Breakthrough director. I believe this is for film. Yes. So Raven Jackson for All Dirt Rose Tastes of Salt. That's been on my list for a long time. Georgia Oakley for Blue Jean. I've been seeing this movie Blue Jean on a lot of people's top 10 lists of the year. So I'm excited to check this out and see Georgia Oakley's direction for it. Huseda, which is a horror film. Wow, that's really surprising. This is a horror film that's on Shudder that I saw. And yeah, the direction was really good. This is Michelle Garza Cervera. I'm sorry if I'm saying the names wrong. Yeah, I'm surprised that this got shouted out because it's such a small film. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but I'm glad it got the notice. And I think that's what the Gotham Awards is for. Celine's Song for Past Lives. That movie has humongous buzz. Humongous buzz. So that just makes sense. And then the winner was Avi Rockwell for 1001. I've heard so much good things about this movie, 1001, starring Tiana Taylor, and I definitely need to go check it out. And the fact that this Avi Rockwell won for directing makes me really excited. So congrats to that film. The best documentary feature. I'm not really into documentaries, but if you are, 20 Days in Mariupol, which I've actually heard of, Against the Tide, Apollonia, and Our Body, and The Four Daughters of the Winner. If you are into documentaries, hopefully one of your favorites was on the list. Hopefully Four Daughters is the one that you wanted to win. Best international feature, which I'm kind of invested in because Anatomy of a Fall is something that I'm rooting for, but I have to say it's the only one that I've seen that's on this list. But I'm excited for Poor Things. I've been hearing phenomenal things about it. I'm really shocked that it didn't win based on all the hype it has. But Poor Things is something that I want to see is coming out next month. Zone of Interest, which the actress that is in Anatomy of a Fall is actually in that movie as well, and she's getting Oscar buzz for both performances. Something I really want to see. Totem is a movie I haven't heard of yet, and All of Us Strangers is a movie that I heard great things about as well. But I'm really happy that Anatomy of a Fall had won this award. If you haven't heard about the movie or interested in hearing about the film, definitely go check out my review on the channel. I definitely got to check that out and review it. It's a great film. Best Screenplay. All of Us as Strangers. May December, which is coming out this Friday on Netflix, which is interesting. Which makes me excited to go check that out. The trailers didn't really sell me, but the fact that it's on here for screenplay is really important. RMN, which is a movie I've recently just heard about. Great that a screenplay nomination. Zone of Interest, which all I've heard is the screenplay is phenomenal. And the winner was Anatomy of the Fall, and I gotta say the screenplay for that film was really great. The courtroom setup and how realistic it felt, but also dramatized at the same time, and had this like really nice in between. Fantastic. And guys, I'm using a new mic today. Let me know how I sound. I've never used this mic before, so if you're in the live chat, let me know how I sound on this new mic. But yeah, for best screenplay, Anatomy of a Fall wins. That's really exciting. Outstanding supporting performance. So this is for supporting performance in a movie. I'm already seeing somebody on there. I'm excited that got nominated. Hopefully, they get pushed. But Juliette Binoche in The Taste of Things. Penelope Cruz, which I've been hearing really great things about in Ferrari. That movie comes out next month as well. Jamie Foxx for They Clone Tyrone. I'm so happy that movie is getting some buzz. You sound really good. I can hear you clearly. Thank you, collectors, and thank you for being in the live chat. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Clara Floyd for All of Us as Strangers. I've heard that many times. But Ryan Gosling for Barbie. Woo! He is someone that I am rooting for a lot. I loved him in that film, and I'm glad that they opened it up so that he could get a chance to get shine. I don't know if he's going to win because that movie is so funky, but I'm really glad that he got nominated. Glenn Howerton in Blackberry, another movie that I heard great things about that I need to go check out. Sandra Huller for The Zone of Interest. Rachel McAdams for Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. That's really great. I'm really glad that small movie is getting some recognition because it was really great. And I really loved it. Rachel McAdams was pretty good in that film. So I'm glad that she's got nominated. They have a lot of nominees for this particular part. Davine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers, which is a movie I'm going to be checking out soon. Now that it's on, you can rent it. So I'm going to rent it and check it out. I heard great things about The Holdovers. I'm really excited to check it out. And the winner is Charles Melton from May December. So I know Charles Melton from Poker Face, where you saw that was nominated for best new series, I think it was. Yeah, best new series with Natasha Lyonne. He had a small part in it, but he had like a striking presence in there. And the fact that he's winning for May December is exciting. New blood, you know? Someone I've never seen before. Outstanding lead performance. So that was for supporting. This is for lead. Jonaway Ellis Terry for Origin. I've heard of Origin, but I haven't gotten to see it yet. Greta Lee for Past Lives. That's a big one. A lot of people have put her on the Oscar shortlist for movies that are coming out for outstanding lead performance for an actress. Franz Rogosi for Passages. That's a movie I want to check out. I had the streaming service that it was on, but I don't have it anymore. Just too many streaming services these days. I think it was Mubi. If you ever heard that, usually have indie films on there, but I definitely want to check it out. I think it's available for rent now. But Babatita Sajo. Sorry if I'm saying these foreign names incorrectly. Our Father the Devil. Andrew Scott for All of Us Strangers. That's interesting. Kaylee Spaney for Priscilla. One of the best performances I've seen this year. Tiana Taylor for 1001, which I heard she was phenomenal. Michelle Williams for Showing Up. I've heard good things. And this is interesting. They put the men and the women in the same categories, man. So I'm excited for that. See, I wonder if that's going to be something in the future that happens where they just put the men and the women in the same categories. So they're just competing against each other because women can be great as men can be great as women. I don't know if they have to be separated, but then it gets less people get shine unless they expand the nominations. But Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction. I've been hearing a lot of buzz for this film. I know YouTube channel member partner, I would say, Pert Minded has a review on that. I haven't got to check out the review just yet, but he does great reviews. So just definitely check that out if you want to know how that film is. I don't think it's officially out yet, so I haven't got a chance to check it out. But I've been hearing great things for Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction. So I'm really happy for him. And Lily Gladstone. This is really interesting. Lily Gladstone for The Unknown Country. And I want to stress unknown because I've never heard of this movie. And Lily Gladstone's been hyped for The Killers of the Flower Moon, and she did not get nominated for that film. She got nominated for another film that I never heard of, and this is what the Gotham Awards is about, nominating smaller films that people may not have heard of. And the fact that she got nominated for this makes me really interested if she might get nominated for this instead of Killers of the Flower Moon. To me, she had a supporting role in that film and not a lead performance. So I could see Lily Gladstone getting some buzz, or maybe get nominated for both. We'll see. I think she should switch Killers of the Flower Moon to supporting. She'll have a stronger case for herself, and then go for lead actress in Unknown Country. That's something I want to check out. I don't know if it's out already or it's going to be out soon, but I'm interested in that. And then the last one, they don't have that many awards, but that's fine. The last one is Best Feature. So Passages, Reality with Sydney Sweeney, that's on HBO Max. Shocked that she wasn't nominated at all, other than the whole movie getting nominated. Showing Up, 1001, which is interesting. Showing Up only showed up in one category, so it's interesting that it got nominated like that. 1001, and then the winner was Past Lives. For me, I've only seen Past Lives out of all these, and definitely need to go check them out. These are all movies that I want to see showing up. Just I think it's on Paramount Plus / Showtime. I want to check it out. 1001, I think it's on Peacock. Reality is on Max, and The Passages I'm gonna have to rent. But I definitely want to check all these films out. For me, Past Lives was a kind of underwhelming for me. There was so much hype for that film, and it just didn't connect for me. It's really well made. It's an impressive debut by Celine Song. I think the performances are really good, but it didn't blow me away for like to have the best movie of the year or even nominated for the best movie of the year. But I'm happy for it. I'm happy for diverse storytelling. I'm happy for a different kind of story being told in that film. And if you really want to see my full thoughts, I have a review for it on my channel. Definitely check that out. But now that we have all the nominees and everything that's going on, let me see what the chat has to say, baby. Oh, thank you, Collective Movie Man, telling me that you like my live stream. I appreciate that. Hey, Sully Streams. How we doing, Zach? Thoughts on Walter and writing King Dynasty? I don't know if he'll be my first choice, but I'm definitely glad the next two Avengers movies will be penned by the same person. We'll be more on that. I'm going to pin this. I'm going to pin this one, Sully, because that's going to be a topic that's coming up very soon. Man, Last of Us didn't win. Yeah, I didn't think it would. I think it's a little too mainstream, a little too zombie-ish, and doesn't have a lot of social commentary attached to it. So I can see that not winning. You sound really good. Oh, yeah, you always said that, right? Hey, Derpy Entertainment, thank you for joining the live stream. I'm here for quality content. So that content is Oscar worthy. I appreciate that, man. I'll be working. I'll be trying, man. I can't wait for the Golden Gloves. Nominations are going to come out this December, I think, and then it's going to happen. It's going to be happening in January. Oh yeah, that's another thing, and hopefully I'm going to, be having coverage on that as well. I definitely want to do more coverage on the Oscar bait films because those are some films that I really, really like and want to review on the channel. But I'm super excited about that. But the Gotham Awards has some controversy on its hands with Robert De Niro, who was giving a speech, and apparently, hold on, let me make this big. Apparently, they cut his speech. So this comes from USA Today, which is not one I take from all the time, but this was like the most reputable source that I could find about this. It says Robert De Niro says Apple Gotham Awards cut his anti-Trump speech. How dare they do that? So on Monday, the stars aligned at Soprani Wall Street for the first major award show since the actors' strike ended. Bradley Cooper, Margot Robbie were among the A-lister honorees at the 2023 Gotham Awards, where Celine's song "Wistful Past Lives" won the top prize for Best Feature. But the night took a tense turn when Robert De Niro got on the stage to present a tribute to Killers of Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese's searing historical drama about a string of murders targeting the oil-rich Osage Nation. De Niro appeared flustered as he reads his remarks from a teleprompter, which scrolled back and forth as he attempted to find his place. After a short video played, the actor insisted that the part of his introduction was removed without notice. The beginning of my speech was edited, cut out, and I didn't know about it, and I want to read it. De Niro said, pulling out his phone as the crowd looked up in surprise. History isn't history. I'm going to play what it said. So basically, like what he pre-recorded on the teleprompter was cut out on teleprompter, was cut out, and he was just like, no, I'm going to get this off.
They do that, actually.
Uh-oh, Robert De Niro isn't happy, and it's got nothing to do with the blueberry muffins.
From now on, I want you to put an equal amount of blueberries in each muffin.
What a great film. All right, jump cut to De Niro's latest work with Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon, and at the Gotham Awards, De Niro was presenting the movie with a tribute when he claimed that part of his introduction was cut out without notice. So he pulled out his phone and added it back in.
History isn't history anymore. Truth is not truth. Even facts are being replaced by alternative facts. In Florida, young students are taught that slaves developed skills which could be applied for their personal benefit. The entertainment industry isn't immune to this festering disease. The Duke John Wayne famously said of Native Americans, "I don't feel we did wrong in taking this great country away from them." There were great numbers of people who needed new land, and the Indians were selfishly trying to keep it for themselves.
Insane.
Lying has become just another tool in the charlatan's arsenal. The former president lied to us more than 30,000 times during his 4 years in office. And he's keeping up the pace in his current campaign of retribution. But with all his lies, he can't hide his soul. He attacks the weak, destroys the gifts of nature, and shows disrespect, for example, by using Pocahontas as a slur.
I wanted to show that because this is very, very interesting. Robert De Niro, I gotta say, just on a personal note, that speech was great. I think that he pointed out a lot of things that's going on in the United States specifically, in the world, basically, that is going on that people don't really talk about, and it's scary. The rewriting of history, the repurposing of terrible acts in history, the Native Americans holding land selfishly. It's their land; they were there first. You know, slaves and all the things that he talked about are important things. On the flip side of it, I can see why the Gotham Awards wanted to cut that, because if they allow him to do those kind of things on their stage, not only can it push maybe more conservative, maybe more Republican people away from checking out this, even though I don't really think they would check out awards like this because the films that are nominated are more left leaning. But you know, just having that on, having somebody say that and kind of maybe attacking their beliefs can limit their appeal. But also with the Gotham Awards being in New York, I think that you would think that they would invite that kind of conversation because New York City kind of leans in that direction overall. Not New York State, but New York City. So it's a complicated situation where I can see why they want to cut that. They don't want to have that in there, but I also see why he's like, no, I got to talk about this because this is really important because it is affecting Hollywood and entertainment space where there are a lot of diverse stories not being watched anymore because people are yelling woke and all this other stuff. And there are a lot of we see this underbelly of more faith-based and conservative storytelling being supported harder. So is this really ill dynamic that's going on in Hollywood that that this touches upon? So that's why I wanted to bring that up. Gotham Awards did a great job celebrating all these actors and these prizes and putting on these films that maybe I would have never heard of if I didn't go watch this. But it's just really interesting that they decided to cut this and just and you know how Robert De Niro is. He's just like, I'm gonna get this off. you ain't gonna just cut me off. So yeah, I definitely agree with him on a personal level, but I do understand where the Gotham Awards was coming from as a business, as something that's trying to grow their brand and grow them and be taken more seriously as an award show. But you know, if you let De Niro do that, then if a more conservative person is on the award show, then they may be able to say things that you might not like. There are more conservative things like that. So it's interesting. But yeah, that is my coverage of the Gotham Awards, the Robert De Niro controversy. Him looked like they're trying to quiet him and not getting it done because Robert De Niro doesn't play no games. Drop all your comments down below if you're watching this on replay and let me know how you feel about this, or if you're watching this cut out. If you're in the live stream, let me know how you feel. We're about to move on to the next subject.